Hi, this is Sue Greenwell with AwakenedStories.com. I'm with Eva Santiago right now. Hi, Eva.
Hey, Sue. Nice to see you
You
again.
too. I'm so glad to have you back. Today, we're going to do a short video on how to use a few of the Smarty products, the wands, the generators, and the cubes. All right. So we're going to talk about those three things. And I believe Eva wanted to start by talking about the cubes, right?
Yes. So this beautiful piece of crystal was placed in my hands back in January. And I remember asking, can you tell me anything about it? And I was told, you'll figure it out. You got to figure it out. And I was like, oh, okay. Right. So I came back home with it. And one night, so the first few nights, I would lay in bed and I would just look at it, just marveling over it. Right. And then about 2-3 nights after I got home, I love visuals. I'm a very imaginative person. Okay. And so if I can create visuals for anybody watching this and give you ideas as to what to do with some of these things that are being, and I call them gifts from above, and help you out with your healings and get more people on board. This is the whole point of this. This isn't no show and tell. It's me sharing, hey, this might help you. Take it or leave it. All right.
Right.
Okay. So that one night this was on my nightstand, and all of a sudden I got an idea to get a flashlight, right? And I turned it on and I put it through.
Wow.
And then I held it up, and all of a sudden, Sue, I was mesmerized. Okay. I was mind blown because I looked up at my ceiling and all of a sudden I heard, now step in it. So I, telepathically stepped into this cube and I felt the energy just bouncing off the walls of my bedroom. Okay. I was giddy like a little kid. Okay. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so that was one of the ways that I was taught on how to, quote unquote, open the cube. Okay. And so that was one of the things that I learned that night with just a simple flashlight. Put it up there. And then here's an interesting thing. If you look at this light and you bring it closer to you, it's a very powerful light. And I'm getting it closer to the camera. And
go up a little bit more. So yeah, there you go. There you go.
You see that?
Yeah.
And it's just a powerful thing. Hang on, I'm going to switch it around so that you don't see the logo. But here you go. Okay. And sometimes I just sit there and talk to Daddy and he will show me things, because this is a looking glass too. And he will show me things. Some I can share, some it's like for private, personal things that he might be telling me about and things. But do you see the magnitude of that?
It's just gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, moving on from there, my youngest daughter, she's 21 and she's also a very imaginative person. The first time I ever showed her this was like a week after I got back from Destin, and she got super excited, Sue. She said, Mom, you know those little lamps? This is a little lamp, $20 on Amazon, okay? And you turn it on with a switch like this. It comes with a little remote control.
Oh, and it does the colors.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Now, my wonderful daughter was like, check it out, Mom. So I said, oh my God. And she goes, that's for healing people's chakras, because it's the different colors of the chakras.
Right.
Sue, I was mind blown. I can't tell you. I mean, and this little lamp, you can like stop it and have one color, or it can fade into colors. I know that colors are used for healing because colors are frequencies too,
Yeah.
And so if you have this little lamp with all the different colors of the chakra as you're led, you can have somebody like look into it and, heal their chakra, whatever chakras, need healing with this light. Isn't that amazing? Now, the cool thing about it, hang on a minute. Not only does this cube work, but also I've done the wand. I will put the wand on it, anything with the crystal. And then I will do this kind of thing to charge up my wand with color.
Oh,
Think about that. The
Yeah.
implications of that, right?
It's coming right out the top. It's beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
So basically what you do is you'll open up the crystal using light in some way,
Yes.
whether it's the flashlight or your lamp, which is super cool. And then
Yeah.
you envision the person you're working with or that you're trying to heal or help. Like you put them in that light, if you will.
Yes. That's
Okay.
exactly it. And also this little lamp, you can also put the crystal generators on there. Anything really that, you know, anything that is crystal, and you can shine the light through.
Oh.
Now, yes. So your crystal generator, you could put it on here.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna have to have one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$20, the best $20 I spent on Amazon.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
Okay. Now, something cool too happened the other day. I happened to, you know, I was getting so many ideas because I got this little lamp on Sunday, and then the ideas were flooding my mind, right? So to continue on the vein of turning this on, okay, so I started charging my drink. I put my drink on there, whatever color I wanted, right? And then, you know, there's so much of our food is polluted, you know? So I love tuna. I love eating tuna, but that's so polluted. So Sunday afternoon, before I opened up a can of tuna, I grabbed it and I put it on this light, and I put it on blue for cleansing, you know, and I left it there for several minutes, and then I prepared it. Well, lo and behold, I made that salad for several people, not just me in the house. They could tell the difference. My son was like, Mom, what do you put in this tuna? I'm like, the same stuff, dude. And even Ronald, my boyfriend, was like, man, this is really, really good. I'm like, wow. It's tuna.
Wow.
I
so
didn't Yeah.
Right. Right. So you basically left it on there for just a couple minutes or so.
Yes,
on the blue, like you said. Now,
as long as it takes to charge with the stickers, same thing.
Okay.
Same thing.
So this is like what we're doing with the free hollows, but on steroids. So it's much stronger.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And also, let's take it a step further. Okay. Because I've been getting these ideas, man. So whatever crystal, like I'm saying, whatever crystal you have, get you one of these lights. Okay. Put the crystal on there. I'm saying if you need to clean household products up, if you need to, clean up, anything for, personal products, deodorants, soaps, shampoos, they're loaded with junk, and I've been doing that. I've been applying light to them with colors, whatever frequency I feel that it needs. And boom, I'm doing this with light frequencies and these crystals.
So I'm wondering, like, for people that have pantry closets, or they have all their cosmetics and makeups and shampoos and stuff in a closet or a drawer, maybe we could use that little, maybe you'll send me a link for that little lamp thing.
Heck yeah.
Put our crystal thing on there and put it in there for a couple of minutes, and then all that food has a higher vibration. Yeah.
So this is like, we are so limited in our thinking that this is why I wanted to do this video, to get people to go, oh, this is wow. Okay. This is some wild stuff, right?
Okay.
Now, something interesting. Let's talk about the wands. Okay. Because it's just one of those.
One second though. You have a golden cube, and there's not many golden cubes out there. So there's some people out there that have the plain, like, clear crystal cubes. Yes. That will work just as well, as will the crystalline generators and the crystal wands. Okay.
Easy peasy, just like that, and off you go.
Super cool.
I'm excited. Okay, now, and the same thing with this. Do that with any cube and just shine the light on there, and it takes it to another level.
Okay.
Daddy, the source of light, showing us how to use light.
I love it. I love
it. Right? Okay, now let's talk about this.
All right.
I am one of these people. I'm also very hands-on, right? Yes, it's great wanding people, but sometimes you got to touch them with these wands. And if you haven't already, it's a mind blower. Okay. I will take my wand, and before I do any work on anybody, I will clear them. And I will do like this, and like that. And also, before you put yourself in the cube or anybody else, I was shown to clear yourself. Before you go in any of those crystals with the lights, clear yourself. And that's exactly how I start up. I'll be like this, and then I proceed. Okay. It's
Okay.
really important to be clear.
So you're using your wand to clear yourself versus a command.
Yes.
All right.
Just tangible. And sometimes we need tangible things. You see what I'm saying? Because not everybody's at different levels of telepathy and understanding all these beautiful things, right?
Right.
So what I do with my wand, which I really love, is I touch people with the wand. And at first I was like, oh, but what if they get all germs and stuff like that? I was laughing. I could hear laughter. Like, are you kidding? This is like, divine from source. But who cares, right? Or if you're a germaphobe, which I'm not, but there's people out there, go wash it between uses. I don't know. Or get you a personal one and get one to treat other people with. If that's, if you're squeamish like that. I'm not. I just went ahead and started doing it, right?
Yeah.
And so one thing I do is I also tap the head, and people love that motion. Tap your head with it. And
that stimulates it stimulates your chakra as well as like the meridians go there.
Yes, ma'am. And stay there however long you want to, tapping your head, right? The thing, I also do the tip. I use the tip to do little concentric circles on your forehead. Or whoever, right?
Okay.
Things like that. Just little circles. And I know that they feel it because at first they're bewildered and then they settle into the motion, right?
Right.
And then I also put it right to my third eye. I will do that with people, and they're like, they can't talk when I do that. It's like, what is she doing? And nobody's ever fought me and said, ooh, that's so weird. No, it's like, they're like this, right?
I've had great success with my wand when I use it, but a lot of people, like if I ask them, sometimes they'll say no. And I'm like, really? Like what harm is there? But I'm not going to argue with them. So
no, I won't. Daddy doesn't force anything on anybody, but I know that if they're open, the sky's the limit. Yeah. Another motion that I like to do is I tap my cheek like this, and you really do clear yourself up when you do that. Just tap lightly, and all these little motions I learned. Because this is my little ritual as I go to sleep. I do my whole face like this and just, exactly. It's one of those things, like I said, I'm learning, I want to share, take it or leave it is what I'm saying, Another interesting thing that I do is I have done this with so many people, and my boyfriend's mom, she's 80 years old. And when I first did that with her, did this motion that I'm going to show you, she said that all her worry and anxiety left her. So I said, okay, give me the palm of your hand. And she gave it to me. And I started doing circles all around it. I started big and then little. And then I started tapping like that. And then I did that until I saw that she was feeling lighter, right? Like that. So start out big and then small, or start out small and then big, trace it all through the palm. And then I'll get the tip of the wand, and I just like do that, like strike each finger, right? And then I'll do I'll tap like this on their wrist for however long. I do that with both hands. And like I said, this 80-year-old woman was like, she collapsed, like, I don't know what you did, but keep doing it type deal,
And she's a non-believer, right? She doesn't really believe in the products or anything or what you're doing.
No, she'd never seen this before. In fact, I put her in here, and it was amazing because elderly people are like really open. A lot of them, like little kids are, And I put her in and I explained to her, I said, this is a healing crystal, and I'm going to shine a light on it. And I want you to look at it for a little bit. Okay. Is that okay? And she said, okay. She was eager. Right. And then as soon as I did that, she grabbed it and wouldn't stop looking at it. And I was like, what do you see? She goes, I see these little people with wings and they're everywhere.
Ooh.
I said, do you know, and I'm talking to her in Spanish, she barely speaks English. I said, do you know what a fairy is? She goes, that's what they are. She was so excited.
Wow, is
So,
that cool? That's very cool.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That this is to me, this is some of the most, remember, I don't expect you to remember everything I say, but at the beginning, well, I don't remember anyway. One of the things that I said in my first video is that I told you about a missing link, that there was always like a disconnect between what they do in churches for healing people, and that there was a missing link. Why aren't we healing the world? Like, you know, Yeshua said in the Bible that we were going to go on and do these things that he did 2,000 years ago and more, right? And I would always scratch my head, Sue, like, why aren't we doing more? I mean, what's the problem here? And then I'm telling you, all these things that Smarty has created, folks, these are the missing links, you know?
Right. Well, we know that the color is a frequency. It has a vibration. Yes. And it's being used more and more. Like research has shown that it helps facilitate healing. So what you're doing is you are using one of the, highest frequency, highest potency crystalline devices, and you're amping it up with color, and then you've come up with a way to use it. And I mean, there might be other ways you haven't thought of yet, but that's genius.
I'm telling you that it's what I'm shown. For instance, one more little thing before we really stop talking about the cube. Smarty gave me these glasses when I was in Florida, and I was like, I don't know. They just seemed odd, but all right. I put them away, right? About, I want to say 2 months ago, Sue, I was led outside to look at the sun with this. And I was like, I didn't realize what these glasses were for. So at first I did it and it was bright. I mean, this is a glass and I'm looking at the sun, right? And then all of a sudden I remember these glasses and they're like, duh, there you go. So I ran inside the house. I got my glasses on. I put them on, and it opens this up into other dimensions. It's like an amazing thing. Elena and Ronald, my boyfriend, have looked through it like that, like I have, because I haven't had the chance to do it with some of the other people in my life. But it's pretty special when you look up at the sun with these glasses. And I'm telling you, also the other crystals too, not just this one, but do that, right? And see what you get, see what happens. I'm very curious.
So I could take my crystalline generator and do that with it, which I have not thought to do.
And with sunglasses on, okay? And they don't have to be these, okay? I mean, these are, but with sunglasses on and see what happens and tell me what happens, right? Yeah. Tell us what happens. Nothing good. I mean, something great. Maybe it was Source trying to show you something, like he's trying, showing me stuff, Right. And why am I going to keep this to myself? It's exciting.
Right. Okay. Well, so you've given us some great tips on how to use a cube for those that have them. And then the wands. I mean, there's all different wands, but there's crystal and then there's the metal wands. Yeah. Now, obviously the light won't shine through the metal wands, but I would assume that if you put them on there, it would still amp them up.
Oh, I'm telling you, I know it would, because it's light. The light is translucent. Yeah. So whatever object you're going to place on there, it doesn't matter, Yeah. Hang on a minute. Matter of fact, I went to a yard sale and I found this little thing. It's a paperweight. And I fell in love with it because it's crystal. And I liked it so much that I texted Smarty this picture. And I said, can you please charge this up with frequencies? He comes back, done. So I have, matter of fact, I haven't placed it on here yet. I'm about to do it. and see. That is so freaking cool, man.
It's really beautiful. And of course, you know, we don't have the highest quality, you know, video here or whatever, so we don't see every detail, but just the
Right.
colors are beautiful.
Yes. And let me
Yeah.
tell you, so why not get you a little lamp like that and have all these frequencies covering, like immersing your area, your room,
Right.
your living room, your bedroom.
Right.
Okay. At night, this is something I've done for 2 nights in a row because of all the downloads and stuff. I've been missing sleep because it's disrupted with the
Thank
human.
you. Thank you, Daddy.
Right. So for the past 2 nights, Sue,
Yeah.
I've been putting the cube on there, and then I'll put like the color purple, you know, because that's all about the mind and stuff. And I'll put it to the color purple, and then I'll put on a cocktail, one of those cocktails, hollow cocktails,
Right.
and the ensemble one, and I go to sleep like a baby. And I remember that what I dream in detail. I mean, this afternoon, usually I remember in detail, but ever since I've been doing this, the dreams are coming more. And I can remember, like I had a cool dream, and I told it to my daughter over coffee, and she was like, "Oh my God!" Right? So
Yeah.
it enhances.
Yeah.
Everything's enhanced.
So do you keep it in your bedroom when you do that?
Yeah. And
Okay.
I move it all over the house. Like the other day, it was just me by myself here in my home. I had it in the living room to blue, you know, and just whatever hits my mood. Or like I said, this little thing is so cool. It's got
Yeah.
the different settings, so you can do like a disco effect or a fade, whatever, you know, whatever
Yeah.
you're in the mood for.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is what I wanted to talk about. And thank you for making time. But I think it's pertinent that people find out about this.
It is pertinent. So just for those, there's a lot of people that have these crystalline frequency
I
generators.
had one, and it broke to bits.
Well, I don't know if you can tell, but I've dropped mine. Well, day one, I dropped mine, but it's chipped and all that, but it still works.
Yes, ma'am.
So I actually carry mine around in a pouch. And
Yeah.
a lot, like if I'm going into a crowd, I tell it to heal everybody to their original
Yes.
DNA within its radius, blah, blah, blah. And I carry it in my purse, my pocket, my pack, whatever. But I can imagine if I had amped it up with the colors, it would be so much more potent. And yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, whenever, and you know, you see Smarty when he posts stuff, he'll be like, hit so-and-so up in blue,
Yeah.
hit so-and-so up in yellow, gold,
Yeah.
silver.
Yeah.
We can do the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I make colloidal silver.
Yeah.
I've been making that for years. And let me tell you something really powerful for anybody out there that makes colloidal silver. So I used to have that little generator, but then it broke into pieces. And I was told to leave the little pieces in different places where I've gone to. And that's why it's gone, because it's in pieces in different cities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but, oh man, I was going to say something. The
Colloidal silver.
Colloidal silver. So I make it in a big pitcher, a big glass pitcher. And when I had the crystal generator, I would put it next to it, and it would come out strong. I could tell it was strong. And then I started putting the wand and stirring up the waters with the wand.
Ooh.
And then when I got, I'm telling you, people think they're getting just the silver, but they have no idea.
Yeah.
And so ever since I've had this, I put it next to this, everything together. And the other day, without meaning to, my silver came out amber color. Now that is potent silver. I made amber colored silver without even trying. I was like, oh my God, this takes time to make it. And this made it just like that. And I was mind blown.
I would think that if you were cooking, especially like if you're making a big meal, you could bring the cube into your kitchen, like on your counter, you know, you're chopping and you're cooking and stuff, but it would just raise the vibration of all the food even higher.
And clean it. Like I told you, the can of tuna, I put it on there on blue. And like I told you, two other people were like, what's up with this tuna, Mom?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I buy clean tuna, which is already expensive anyway, but to have them notice, and they had no idea what I did. It was like, oh, really? You noticed? Wow. I noticed, but I was waiting on other people, and they're like, man, this is amazing.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
That's fabulous. I really appreciate your ideas. I've seen your posts and your testimonials and things, and we're reading them, and you're like, oh, that's a great idea. But listening to the video and or seeing the product, like what you're doing,
Yes.
it anchors the story in a little bit deeper. So thank you very much. I think it'll help
You're
a lot
welcome.
of us to, raise the vibration of what we're doing so it's even more potent. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And you know what? That's what I'm saying. I'm an educator, and I'm here, to tell my story and go, hey, go try it and see. And you go try it and see, you might get shown something different and come back and share it, you know?
Yeah. So like I'm not promoting these little lamps, but for $20, I might even buy one and try it with my own stuff, because $20.
I'm gonna send you, I'll send you the link in private message. Please do. Yeah. I mean, because it's the funnest thing I've done in a while.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, I think that's about it that I had to share today. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for your ideas. And I look forward to talking with you soon.
Same thing. Talk to you later. Okay. Enjoy the Grand Canyon, woman.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.